clocks to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, it's tough. I lock in, I got this, radio drop this. Hot shit, just watch this, I fucking promise. Too lit, do not miss your chance to cop this. Will you capture it, or just let it slip? Oh shit, I wanna be in, cause my rap is tight. No really, they just give a fuck that I ain't black and white. I'm not anyone else, man, I'm one of a kind. So sit back, relax, and listen one more time. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clocks to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. And I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clocks to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. I love the girls that fuck with my music. Getting referrals from the girls, love to booze it. Party and lose it, that's the life I'm choosing. Not losing, that's my 2 cents, so use it. You know I'm back, as a matter of fact. I'm better than ever, never been better. I know that, I wrote that. Sipping on some coke and no jack. Could stare and bitch and take a pic. Kodak, I'm threatening the game, cause money and fame, they don't affect my brain. It's fucking all the same. I'm sick of hearing about these Insta names with Insta fame. Take a pic, sick, you're lame. A quick fix to shame. You lick dick for fame. A thick chick is lame. A chick picked too late. I think I've gone insane. I think I've lost my brain. And honestly, I'm a motherfucking novelty. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clocks to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clocks to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit.
This is the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, 2 law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold on. This may get a little bumpy.
Welcome. We about 20 minutes late because it wouldn't be right if we wasn't having technical difficulties.
That's exactly what the wife said.
So bear with us. We have some mic or mixer issues on Holstera's end. So if something starts, if you hear anything, it might be that we were trying to get it fixed beforehand, but we're doing the best we can with it. We'll get it figured out eventually. What's that? You breaking up?
I said, just blame me. It works around here.
Yeah. It's either a mic or a mixer issue. We'll figure it out eventually. We're going to have to find time to sit down and just play with it to get it working right. Anyway, we're back here with the news. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell. You'll be notified when we go live. And go follow us on Facebook. Motor Cop Chronicles podcast on our Facebook page. And if you want to be a guest, email me, send a message on Facebook, or write in, because I think that one that we did with the stories that the guest wrote in was pretty damn funny. I think that's one of the better ones. So
I can't wait to hear feedback from him.
Oh, he emailed and said he thought he was biased, but he thought it was probably about the funniest one. And I'll agree with him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hello, Beth. And Jennifer, but yeah, like I said, be warned if you're listening. Probably gonna piss some people off. Also, I'm gonna warn again. I'm gonna show a video later on in one of the stories, and if you have little kids or anything else around there, because they YouTube, Facebook, somebody's gonna hit us with a sensitive content on this one once we do it, but I'm going to show it, and it's a fucked up video. So I'm going to warn you ahead of time before I play it again, just in case you got any kids or anything around there. Don't want to watch it. So Anyway, we're gonna get it started. The first one, I said I got them even wrote down. I'm gonna read this first one because it's local to Louisiana.
Woohoo! It's not me for once.
No, it's not you. Not this time. Sure, we're working on it though.
Well, no. Yeah, that's the other story.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know why these things get all wackadoodled up when I send them to you in order. Oh,
That's all right.
Here it is. Anyway, this is local.
Put them in order.
This is this is a good one here. I mean, I like this one because I like the outcome. We'll pull up a little picture. There it is. It's not your screen. The picture is blurry. That's the only one I could find of it. It's a blurry picture. You see that fine gentleman up there. Anyway, his name is Sean Wilkerson, and you will not be seeing him on the streets ever again. Good thing too, because he's a piece of shit. He has been sentenced to 11, not years, not 11 years, 11 life sentences. So he's never going to see the outside. He's going to be going to Angola. Anyway, District Attorney Tony Clayton reported that on November 24th, Sean Wilkerson, fine young man up there, ain't nothing fine about him, was sentenced to 11 life sentences following his November 4th conviction for 11 counts of first-degree rape and 25 years for his conviction of indecent behavior with a juvenile. Wilkerson, who lived in Plaquemine, was arrested for the crimes on September 19th of 2017. The justice system does move slow. He was later indicted by Iberville Parish grand jury. District Judge Elizabeth Angolio handed down the mandatory sentence after denying the defendant's motion for a new trial and judgment notwithstanding the verdict. This is in accordance with the law relative to first-degree rape and the maximum sentence for indecent behavior with a juvenile. I mean, that's the story. He's going to be going away for a long time. I believe, if I remember correctly.
Long as he hits the inside of a prison.
Well, some of these rape charges, I believe, were with his own children. So he is a sick fucker.
Well, they're gonna be fucking him. That's one thing for sure.
Well, I hope so. I think I'd read somewhere also that he was a white supremacist or something like that. So he's just an all around piece of shit guy, and don't deserve to be walking around on the street. So that's a good thing. Bye bye, pedophile, rapist, piece of shit. Have fun in Angola. I hope you get butt raped. So
by the bulls during the rodeo.
That's right. I took them. We went to the Angola Museum. That's right outside the front gates of Angola while they were down visiting. It was quite interesting.
I was trying to leave my kids there, but they kept saying, "Sir, no, you can't do that."
Yeah, they wasn't going to allow you to leave your children there. So anyway, that was that story. We'll let Holster read the next one. Is lucky to still be alive one. It's about the.
Got a picture of a black dude and a white dude sitting there.
Yes, yeah. And the police officer was shot. I believe the story came off of where'd I get this story from?
Today.
Lawenforcementtoday.com. So let me pull a picture of them up right here. These
still be alive. Man arrested after commercial. Man arrested after attacking officer, shooting him 8 times at point blank range. That I'm assuming the officer's on the right laying in the bed and the other gentleman just got a scuffed up nose.
Yeah, the guy in the bed was the cop and
the
other fella is the bad guy.
After that shit. Good times. Bennettsville, Illinois. An officer in Illinois is recovering after being shot 8 times after responding to a domestic disturbance complaint. By some miracle, he survived and is said to be improving each day. There is a Twitter police officer shot 9 times responding to domestic dispute. Lucky to still be alive. That's his photo. On November 7th, Bentonville police officer Stephen Koletsky was dispatched to a reported domestic disturbance in 100 block of South York Road. Just before 1 a.m. after Kolsky arrived on the scene, he made contact with 21-year-old Keontae Tyler. All right. At some point during the interaction, Tyler is accused. He's accused, so allegedly.
He allegedly shot the cop 8 times or 9 times or something.
Shooting at Koletsky 10 times, striking him 8. Officers who were in the area heard the gunshots and responded to the aid of the officer. Officers who rendered aid reported that the officer was bleeding heavily, and they utilized tourniquets to his legs to stop the bleeding until they were able to load him into a police vehicle and rush him to a nearby fire department. The officer's father-in-law, Dave, something said if they didn't put tourniquets on them, meaning the leg injuries, he'd have died. He is improving and he is in good spirits. I'm trying to get to where they got anything on the shit bag.
No, they just charged him with, I think, attempted murder, aggravated assault, and all kind of shit like that.
Jesus. Yeah. So he was denied bond and his first appearance, and does not have another court date until December.
They said one of the bullets got up under his vest or something like that. Got him. But he shot him all up in the leg. I'm wondering if he was holding his gun sideways and had an extreme trigger pull every time and was jerking the gun, which was making it go. Remember that story from a long time ago we talked, and that guy went in there and shot like 4 people and shot everybody in the legs? It's like he was a midget or something. So, I mean, I'm glad that happened that way, and this officer is going to survive. He's got
absolutely.
They had a picture of him with his wife and everything up there.
That's a pretty damn close range.
Yeah, this shit bag here, and he's got a smug look on his face. So, I'm willing to bet he don't get half the time he deserves. But
noise.
But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that's a piece of shit. There's the cop giving the thumbs up. He survived. At least he didn't have to talk about it on the end to watch. But 21 years old. These fucking kids nowadays, that's all they want to do is shoot at people. Shoot.
I'm telling you, I think we need to have that justice system that's identical to however your crime is committed. We're allowed to do that to you. So we let this gentleman that
you went eye for an eye.
Exactly. I guarantee you that officer's a hell of a lot better with a 9 than he is.
Oh, I'm sure. This next one here, we got some pictures. I got lots of pictures today. You ought to be happy if y'all watching live. Look at these. Look at these individuals here. They're freaking just fantastic. Everybody, ain't nobody typing tonight. Everybody being quiet.
Hell, look at that. I love face drawing.
You like them face tattoos?
Pass out at parties and we'd wake up looking like that.
Aren't they pretty?
You choose that shit.
He's so pretty. He's gonna get a job in an office somewhere, isn't he?
I had to come in and ask for a job one time. It looked like that, but they had like spiked hair, and it was like rainbow colored. I just asked them if it was a joke because they also had all the gauged earrings and like the nose, and I'm like, you can't sit in this office; it won't fly.
So, Baron, I bet you are. This next story with these fine individuals up here is from Law Enforcement Today. It said substantial threat to the public. Police seek pair of attempted murderers of Portland police officers from November 25th. In Portland, Oregon, calling them a substantial threat to the public. Police are searching for a man accused of shooting at 2 Portland officers last Saturday, as well as a woman who they say drove off with him in the passenger seat of the stolen car. I'm willing to bet she smokes a lot of meth. She looks like a meth head. Police said they suspect Christian Daniel Fitz Henry, 27 years old, fired on officers. They also identified Alicia Marie Misner, 27, as a suspected driver of the car that fled the scene. Henry has an open warrant for first-degree attempted murder related to the incident, as well as an Oregon State Parole Board arrest warrant on a second-degree robbery allegation. The Portland Police Bureau issued a statement reporting the suspect who shot at police officers being identified as that piece of shit right there. And like I said, she just drove him off. That's her statement. Yeah. He's wanted for possession of a stolen vehicle and attempted to elude police. Also, they identified Alicia Meisner as the driver of the stolen vehicle that he ran off in. So if you're in Portland and you see these people, you might want to call.
You could get a reward.
I don't know if you get a reward. I mean, fuck it. I mean, look at him. It's kind of hard to, even if he cut his hair and dyed it, it's kind of hard to hide, the multiple face tattoos.
Yeah, if he shaved his head, man, he'd look like Post Malone.
I'm just saying it's kind of hard to change your appearance when you got fucking tattoos all over your face like that. Yep. I mean, he could put his hair in spikes and do him young and go, I'm an island boy, just trying to make it. That's going to get stuck in y'all's head now. I'm sure it was. Aaron says he's sure it was mistaken identity. It was a different meth head with a face tattoo. Yeah.
Back.
Ronnie says it looks like Jen. I don't know who the Jen is, but
oh wow.
Y'all, whoever Jen is y'all's family friend. Looks like a meth head. So.
No, she is.
Oh, she is a meth head. Okay.
She's a lot worse than that young lady on the screen.
Oh, so anyway, if you see these two individuals, what the hell's his face? I can't see what this. Almighty, what does that say? Lemmy Da Proof or something? I don't know what his face is. He's an idiot. Forgetting that shit on his face anyway. But anyway.
I bet you he's the kind of person who'd ask you why the fuck you're staring at it too. I'd be like, I'm trying to read it.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know. You got shit on your face. They'll end up getting caught eventually. At least he's a bad shot and didn't hit nobody. That's one good thing, right?
I was under the assessment that they didn't arrest people in Portland anymore. Ain't that the city that was?
Well, if they do arrest him, they will just give them a order to appear and let him go.
What the fuck?
This next one is yours. These are your people. I think they might be your cousins. I think these are your cousins.
The one on the right is. Yeah. He's definitely my cousin.
Pull up the picture.
The one on the left looked like Cher.
Boom.
This is a good story.
It's a great story.
So, Florida couple charged with having sex in cop car and filming it after ignoring troopers' warning. So, oh God, I can't wait to get into this one. But it's like, don't you dare have sex in the back of my damn car. And then they proceed to do it. I mean, what the hell? How do you get a warning not to have sex in the back of a cop car? All right. Collier County, Florida. A Florida couple have been arrested after they filmed an X-rated video of themselves having sex in a trooper squad car after the trooper stepped away. Florida Highway Patrol troopers stopped Jordan Noah, 24, for allegedly driving his black BMW on a suspended license Thursday. They offered to give him and his passenger, Summer Joy Watkins, 24, a ride to the gas station because their car was being towed. According to arrest reports, Watkins allegedly told Noah while sitting in the back of the patrol car, "Baby, we should record an OnlyFans video back here." Jesus Christ. So, OnlyFans is a subscription-based social media platform where users can sell and or purchase original content when utilized as an adult site. Users will post X-rated videos and photos to their account, which are protected by a paywall, which means you got to pay for it, which is stupid. Anyway, when Noah was also put in the back of the same squad car, Watkins allegedly asked the cop, "What if I suck his dick back here?" Trooper J.D. Perez Morales wrote in the arrest report that he told the couple twice not to have sex in the back of the vehicle. They were both put in the back of the patrol car, and the trooper had planned to drop them off at a gas station where they could find their own ride home. Dude, if it's that rough, just tell them to get the fuck out of the car. Arrested couple had sex in the back of the squad car. It's the Twitter story. It's the picture of them up there. After dropping the couple off, the trooper reviewed his in-the-car video footage and observed them having oral sex in the back seat. You know damn well he let everybody in the squad watch that. You know damn well he'd be like, "Yo, I ain't gonna believe this shit."
Yeah, come see this shit.
Put it to a site. Oh God. Car video footage observed them having oral sex in the back seat. Trooper said Noah was recording Watkins on his phone. Trooper Perez Morales wrote, "Shortly after I closed the door, Mr. Neo took his penis out of his shorts. The defendant then bent down and began to perform oral sex Mr. Neo for approximately 40 seconds. Well, he's a quick guy, huh?
Look
the
at
sexual act was recorded by the prison compartment camera in the trooper's car. In the video, Watkins allegedly seen videotaping the encounter and recording saying, "Fuck 5-0, can y'all hear me? She's sucking dick in the back of a state trooper's car right now." Oh, well, Jesus. The arrest report stated that Watkins also made a FaceTime video call to someone bragging, "I just sucked his dick in the back of the police car." Oh, my God.
Well, she does got look like some big old Botox ass lips up there. So
She does. That's how she makes all of her money.
45 seconds, then blowed his load.
We'll discuss Florida state law here in a minute because it's very similar to yours. These charges won't stick. The trooper returned to the drop-off location and arrested the pair. Watkins was charged with lewd and lascivious behavior and breach of the peace. She was released at a $1,000 bond and is scheduled for arraignment on December 16th. Noah was arrested for driving on a suspended license, possession of a control. Damn, he threw the book at him after he did that. Suspended license, possession of a controlled substance, as well as indecent exposure in public. Breach of the peace and lewd and lascivious behavior. He is free on bond until December 13th. Arraignment.
But were they in public? They were in the car.
That's exactly right, because in the state of Florida, we're not allowed to be the complainant. So
yeah, you
those
can't disturb my peace. So.
Right, exactly. I mean, somebody could pull their testicles out directly in front of me, and unless there's somebody else around, I can't charge them with it. That's the way the law is, and the state trooper should know that. The DA definitely will.
Like, hey, baby. Well, they must have listened to that country song, "Fell in Love in a Police Car" or some shit like that. And they just thought, "Got my dick sucked in a cop car."
Yeah, I didn't care what he said. He said, "Fuck 5-0, I'm getting my dick sucked in a police car or something."
Well, they got the whole "fuck the police" the wrong way. She sucked.
Right.
She sucked.
She should have been the trooper. Maybe they wouldn't be in jail.
She sucked her pimp off or whatever. I'm just assuming she's a hooker. I'm just.
Looks like one. Well, I mean, she got an OnlyFans, so technically, yeah.
Well, she kind of
industry worker.
I don't know. She could pass as a training too. That's a man, baby. That's a man.
Yeah, maybe they were doing it to each other.
I don't know. Aaron says he knows a couple who got picked up for public indecency that wound up completing their act through the bars in the jail because they put them in adjoining cells.
I don't know about y'all.
Love in the big house. Love in a big house. Look at that. You know, they're probably going to make a fucking fortune on their OnlyFans page just because of that.
That's it.
And
no,
it's like
and everything else.
It's misdemeanor shit. So anyway, that's them. That's her. Obviously, she is really good with her mouth.
3 seconds.
Yeah. So, but they're gonna make a fucking fortune on their OnlyFans. Let's take them off. Bye. I think it's just funny.
Yep.
What I think is funny is he told them, "Hey, y'all don't have sex in here," and then he's gonna leave them in there and walk away.
He wanted them to.
I think he set their asses up.
Yeah.
He said,
he's mad because he offered to get in there, and she was like, no, you're Spanish. She's racist. She pulled that white privilege card.
She's wanted the BBC. Not the news outlet either. So, anyway.
Wanker.
Oh, she was a wanking. The wanker. Oh, this next one here. No picture on this one. I'll be glad we figure out your microphone issues, though. It sucks.
What? Does anybody else hear my microphone issues? I think it's just the Iceman.
No, it's not. You're having issues. Anyway, this next one comes from one of our favorite places. Aaron is from Chicago. Prolific carjacker. They have some carjacking motherfuckers in Chicago. Was arrested in Chicago. The Chicago police said this person has been arrested in connection with several recent carjacking. What's up, our Facebook jail friend? Roy's here on YouTube. Y'all can't see his comments, but I can. But Roy is here. Anyway, this person has been arrested for several carjacking. Arrested on Friday in suspicion of felony aggravated vehicular carjacking. The Chicago Superintendent David Brown said of Monday morning news conference. Let me say that again, because that stops the consistence. Brown said our task force arrested this person for carjacking. The person was arrested in connection to a November 14th case where a 48-year-old woman was carjacked in the 4700 block of North Cumberland Avenue. This is a sad state of affairs, Brown said. Unfortunately, this person has been arrested before, and he is considered a prolific carjacker in our city. 2 weeks before Friday's arrest, the boy was arrested and charged with being in a stolen car, Brown said. The vehicle was taken in a carjacking in nearby Evergreen Park. Chief of Detectives Brenda, I can't say that last name, DeHaan, said detectives are investigating several carjacking that this person is tied to. He is definitely I guess I would call him a strong participant in all of the events.
Back in the old days, they used to leave people like him in jail for a little while, and that usually stopped them from committing crimes, at least for a short time.
Well, the police department of Chicago has made 1,292 carjacking-related arrests so far this year. Out of 1,635 reported carjacking incidents, Brown said of those, 288 were vehicular hijackings, 352 were possession of stolen cars, and 642 were criminal trespass of a vehicle, meaning someone was in a stolen car. The reason I read this story, and I kept skipping over it, this person, who's a prolific carjacker and has carjacked numerous cars, is a whopping 11 years old.
Jesus.
That's why I kept skipping over. This little motherfucker is 11 years old. And it's... Oh, he's... They just might as well just do the community a favor and just put him in prison now for a very, very long time.
Or just buy the boy a car. At this point, he probably drives better than most adults.
Yeah, 11. Aaron said in Chicago they give you a punch card. After 10, you get an upgrade. So I don't believe that. He's going to college. The police set him up. No, Roy, he's not going to college. He's 11 years old. That's why I just kept skipping over that part of the whole story. He's a prodigy. They should make him a repo kid. Yeah, I mean, he could definitely be a repo man. No, you're right. It is the parents' fault. They should have some type of charges put against them for that. But yes, an 11-year-old boy, little boy, like, is he using a gun to carjack? I mean, because he's like taking cars with people in them and shit like.
Oh, he's just going to get him candy because he's been abandoned, and as soon as they step out of the car, he jumps and hauls out.
I'd be like a little 11-year-old, like, get out your car, and be like, get away from me, kid, you little fucker. It's like, fuck. Okay, this next one, heads up warning. Like I said before earlier, warning. I'm going to show a video. I'll give you a little background on it before I show it. But anyway, this is from Police One, and it's the Arizona officer is fired after fatally shooting a knife-wielding shoplifter. Okay, and he was fired for excessive use of deadly force in this incident. And the article says it's a clear violation of department policy. A Tucson police officer has been fired. Okay, and he shooting somebody that was shoplifting that had a knife. That's
She pulled a knife on him.
Hold on. Okay, you got the gist of the story, right? Now I'm gonna play the video. Old Stara has not seen this video.
No, I only heard it.
This video is gonna probably get us put on the sensitive content. It's from police activity, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So if you got any little kids watching, you might not want them to watch this. So let's watch it. You ready? Oh, Stare? You can you got it where you can see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got my popcorn ready.
Here we go.
Bravo 1-8.
Bravo 1-8.
You sent me an 84. I have a male suspect that just shoplifted. Knife in front of him. He pulled a knife on me. He's currently westbound in the parking lot.
I need an additional unit to Bravo 1-8 at 1650 West Valencia Road. We're going to be 1039.
Bravo 8. Copy. It's white male, flannel t-shirt.
You see him escaping, right? The white male he's talking about.
Regardless, he's still armed. You don't get to just rob somebody at knife point.
Well, he was shoplifting, and he actually pulled a knife out to get the fuck away from me. He's in a fucking little motorized wheelchair.
It's a high-speed pursuit. So.
I'm just saying. So.
Yeah, we're in front of the DD's discount. And Bravo 1-8. We're currently northbound on Oak Tree going towards the Lowe's. And Bravo 1-5 to 1U5. He's confronted by loss prevention. He pulled the knife on loss prevention while I was right there. And Bravo 1-8. We're on the east side of Lowe's in the parking lot, so we're just west of Oak Tree. Still going southbound.
Still going southbound. Old man in a wheelchair. Electric motorized wheelchair. I mean, how far is he actually going to get before his batteries run out?
Those things can go pretty damn far.
All right.
Shit, my mother-in-law drives around Disney all day long.
I'm telling y'all, it's a fucked up video. Hold on. About to get bad. Warning you now. All right, he got back up. Two officers there. I believe two or three. And he says he looks like he's going back into the garden center area within this little electric scooter chair. And
On the wheel.
so I'm just saying, even his knife, it's not like you can't get out of his way, because he looks like a pretty fragile old man here. So, you ready? You ready? Hold on, host there, because I'm gonna see if you have the same reaction I had when I watched this the first time.
Stop now! You need to.
It's a graphic video, I'm telling you.
She's 6 times?
Not going to the store, sir.
Stop now! You need to.
Well, the threat's neutralized.
Was he really a threat?
I believe he was.
Nah, we disagreed then on that one. There wasn't nobody. I mean, that old man wasn't gonna kill nobody or even hurt nobody with that knife you couldn't get out of the way with. He wasn't a threat to that officer at the time for sure.
No, the whole shooting him in the back thing is kind of fucked. But neither here nor there. I believe in treating every single one of them equally. It doesn't matter whether you're in a wheelchair. If you pull out a knife on me, granted, you could just kick them in the chest, but then again, they're going to go after you just as hard. That was kind of uncalled for. I literally would have flipped the damn chair over and just been like, well, I guess he ain't going nowhere.
I'm telling you, I would have not. I don't like armchair quarterback, but we got the video. We're watching it. I would have never done that.
And I'm assuming she's the one that got fired, not the guy that was following him.
The guy shot him. The girl didn't shoot him.
No?
No, watch. I'm going to rewind. The girl did not shoot. It's the guy on our left-hand side. This guy that's right here with his gun out, watch. The girl did not pull the trigger not one time.
Stop now. You need to.
I mean, really.
The
whole 21 for your action gap is all out the window right here. It's totally out the. He's at a corner right here. Look at the big open space right here in front of the store. Even if they had customers there, they could see the old man coming with a knife. It's like having a kid shooting a kid because they were coming at you in a power wheel and you're afraid they're going to run you over. That's how I feel about it. You know, I mean,
okay. First off,
see, it was the guy. He shot that man out. Watch. I mean, he's on the side. That 9, 10.
Like emptied his mag. He might be facing some murder charges.
That right there is that's horrible.
Bravo 15. We have one gunshot victim. Officers are code 4.
He's obviously a rookie too, because if you hear the way he talks on the radio, it really resembles.
Units here, code 3. We got a lot of people here.
10-4, stand by just one. Is it okay for meds to move in? Is the scene secure?
Yeah, scene's code 4. Meds can move in.
Anyway, I never seen her pull the trigger.
I didn't know if it was her or him. She was just running up on him.
Yeah, I mean, that worker was right there, but pretty much close to the line of fire. I'm sorry on this one. I mean, I call it how I see it. Like I said, this dude, that was totally a bad shoot. He should have never pulled that trigger.
In custody. You can't just let him keep going.
No, but you can take him in. You could take this old man into custody. They could have sprayed him.
Right. This would have been a really good time for taser.
They could have tased. They could have tased the old man. I mean, he was. I think he was 61 or 62 years old, and he can't walk, and he's in a freaking little motorized wheelchair. Like I said, I mean, the whole reactionary gap with a weapon, to me, in my mind, is totally out the window due to his mobility issues.
Yeah.
I mean, if he started going towards people, get out the way. He's got a knife. If you can't outrun a little motorized scooter, you should be in one yourself because you can't even walk very fast then.
Some of them are fast, man. Stop putting them things down. They go like 20 miles an hour.
I'm just telling you, this motherfucker here, I don't know who the cop is. I don't know how many years of service or whatever he has, but he wasn't even coming. He wasn't even going at the cop with nothing. The cop was on the side of him.
The cop just clapped him in the back, man. That's what's...
I mean, reach back there and unplug his damn wheelchair. Okay, I mean, come on. I mean, I'm sorry. I agree that I personally think he needs to be charged with something. If this is a case where a cop needs to be charged, is this case right here? There was no. I wouldn't even have had my damn gun out. I'm telling you, if I was in that situation right there, I wouldn't even have my weapon pulled out. Like I said, worst case, I'd have pulled my spray out and sprayed him in the face, or had one of the other guys tase him or something like that. I wouldn't even have my weapon out with some old man in a motorized wheelchair, even if he had a knife.
What you do is you spray him with oil-based OC, and then have your partner tase him.
Yeah, Aaron said he could have Spartan kicked him and knocked him out the chair. He could have done that. It's just...
Yeah, but they went after him anyway for doing that to a disabled person. Like, damned if you do and damned if you don't. It's one of those
Bam's mom is dangerous in one of them chairs, too. But I'm just saying, I mean, to shoot that old man, that mean friggin', come on. Come on. I mean, I don't know what kind of training this guy's had or whatever. And I don't like bashing cops, but when it's bad, it's bad. And I'm sorry, that's bad. That's just totally fucked up right there. This dude should never, I don't know how he, I don't know. I hope he was a rookie.
CIA investigation.
Huh?
I would have loved to listen to the investigation.
Yeah, I mean, he got fired, which is totally should have been fired. It's bad shoot. He should be. If the district attorney don't charge him, that motherfucker better go get a lottery ticket because he's going to be one lucky motherfucker. Arizona, I don't know what kind of politics are in Arizona, but I guarantee you, if he was in Portland or Chicago or one of these woke-ass cities, his ass would have been, like, under the jail at this point.
Well, he was already violating the law in Chicago because he was pursuing him.
Yeah, well, he might have got permission.
No, well, in a scooter, you meant.
So, but I'm just saying, I mean, that's my opinion. Like I said, this dude, and if he don't get charged, I hope he never carries a gun or a badge again because he don't need one. That's totally, like I said, the girl, she never pulled the trigger one time. And I'll give her the kudos because with all them shots being fired, she had her weapon out also.
Yeah, she didn't squeeze.
She didn't get one sympathy round or nothing. Just, they call that when you hear people hear other people shooting and you just automatically squeeze almost out of, habit or something like that. But she never pulled the trigger. So, but that dude there, nope. I saw that and I rewound. I even called Bam. I said, "Come look at this fucked up shit right here. That's some fucked up shit." So anyway, that one's messed up.
Next, we get to talk about even more fucked up shit.
Yeah, the next one is even more fucked up than that one. But that is of course, everybody's, well, I say everybody, the mass shooting that took place in Oxford, at Oxford High School in Michigan. I didn't there's so many videos. If I didn't pull nothing up on it, we're going to talk about it. You're real low.
So there's something really off about this this whole shooting too, because it's not getting a lot of airtime like it usually would.
Not like it would have. You wouldn't think. Anyway, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, it's a mass shooting that happened in Michigan. A 15-year-old boy. You want to read a little bit of some of it, or you just want to talk about it?
Look for motive with 15-year-old Michigan high school shooting suspect in custody. Here's what we know. And it's from CNN, so we know we're right. School bells were replaced by police sirens Tuesday after a shooting at Michigan's Oxford High School left 4 students dead. Is that an accurate count now? I know it went up. 6 other students and teachers were wounded by gunfire, and a 15-year-old suspect is in custody, authorities say. The suspect, who has not been identified by police, is being held at a juvenile detention facility. The attack was the deadliest U.S. school shooting since 8 students and 2 teachers were slain in May of 2018 at Texas Santa Fe High School, according to CNN tally. There have been 48 shootings in this year on K-12 campuses, 32 of them since August 1st. Here's what we know about Tuesday's mass shooting. How the incident unfolded. Deputies were dispatched to school at 12:52 p.m. Tuesday. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Picard said nothing. Noting that more than 100 911 calls were placed. As police were swarming the campus, students and staff began barricading the doors and hiding in the classrooms. Law enforcement officers quickly entered the building and had the suspect in custody within 3 minutes of the arrival, the sheriff said. Once the suspect encountered the officers, he put his hands up and they took a gun from him before placing him in custody. Pussy. Should have pulled it on the cop so we could have sent him to meet his maker.
I ain't gonna do that.
No. The weapon, deputies said, was used in the shooting, a 9mm Sig Sauer SP 2022 semi-automatic pistol. In other words, it's just a pistol. Was purchased by the suspect's father on Friday, 4 days before the shooting at the school. Picard said 2 15-round magazines were found at the scene, and the gun had several rounds of ammunition, Picard said. Investigators recovered more than 30 shell casings, said the sheriff, who'd earlier said at least a dozen rounds were fired. We believe he fired at least 30 shots. I would say so as well. He said an Oakland County Sheriff's Office deputy assigned to the school helped take the suspect into custody. Oakland County Undersheriff Michael McCabe said investigators believe there were no other weapons involved, and there's no indication the suspect was wearing body armor. No shots were fired by responding law enforcement, and the suspect was not injured, McCabe said.
Well, I also heard that he, I think we talked about earlier, the boy tried to get in one of the classrooms where these kids had locked themselves in. And
Yep.
He tried to identify himself as a law enforcement officer. And thank God the kids and stuff in there didn't believe him because he's like, hey, I'm a cop. Let me in, bruh. Right?
Yeah,
It's not
instantly
a
everybody in the
cop.
classroom goes,
Yeah.
oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Cops don't just say, let me in, bro.
Yeah, let me in, bruh.
Especially not in that situation. Cops are very tactful.
And they said he had taken pictures and had been at the firing range with his dad. That was on social media, which is, and also heard just different stuff I've listened to and stuff that the kid that there was warning signs that somebody should have picked up on this kid about it because there was warning signs on it. I believe, I don't believe I'm wrong. I think I'm right on this. That one of the boys that got killed, shot and killed. He shot and killed. Actually, he got shot and killed trying to stop the boy from shooting other people, and he ended up dying trying to save other people.
That a hero.
That's a true hero right there, coming out of a high school kid. Also, I feel sorry for his parents, but he definitely died a hero trying to save other people. It happened.
He slowed him down. Hell.
Yeah, it happened during lunchtime, stuff like that. So I'm sure a whole lot of stuff more is going to come out of it.
Yeah, there's some.
There's more stuff going to come out of it. I just don't know why it didn't blow up. I mean, usually this stuff's all over the place, and it just did not blow up at all. So I don't understand. It's just totally messed up. I don't understand. They keep blaming the damn guns. Guns don't kill people. Guns don't. I'm sorry, it's that whole thing. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. I can put a gun on the table and leave it there for days, and that gun's not going to get up and kill anyone. Somebody physically, a person has to pick that gun up and use it as a weapon. And even all these gun activist people want to get rid of all the guns. Well, what they're going to do? Are they going to get rid of knives after that when people start stabbing each other to death? I mean.
People always talk about that shit like over in England. If you want a cool statistic, go look up the people that are murdered every year with blunt force weapons in England.
Japan. Go to Japan. Go look at Japan and China's stats if you can find them. And their murder rate with sharp instrument weapons is actually like crazy, out the box crazy.
Because they ain't got nothing else to do with, so they're going to use it.
So people are going to find something.
Yeah, just like that one guy used his damn car. If you want to kill people, there's a way.
Well, I agree, Beth. I mean, it's the kid. There's something messed up with that kid. It's something's messed up with that kid in his head. Something was going on with him. So I feel sorry for them people that lost their children and everything else.
I mean, Beth, you got to imagine that's with the schools the way they are now and the bullying going unchecked because the teachers are too afraid to correct the students or else they'll be fired for it. Mm-hmm. I think I've actually told you, Iceman, that the rules around here in my county is, say there's 9 kids beating up one kid in the hallway. If the teacher steps in and grabs a hold of the students and stops them, that teacher's fired because he committed battery against a minor.
Well, a lot of time, these kids, I agree with Melissa there, but a lot of times nowadays, a lot of stuff, the kids might put out warning signs, but parents are so busy with their noses stuck in all their own technology and just putting the kids off in their own technology, they don't see it no more. You spend some time with your kids and talk to them, or shit like that will go through the crack.
Yeah.
Stop letting a smartphone raise your children. Sit down with them and play. What happened to board games? I remember playing board games with my parents. Got older, played Scrabble. I mean, we used to, like, on Friday night, sit down and play board games. You can still do that. They still make board games. Take an hour out of your life and go sit down with your children or do something like that. Or,
take a road trip, go hang out with Uncle Iceman.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, that mass shooting crap is ridiculous. And we've had way too many this year. Way too many. This next one here is not a well, it's a crime, but it is not a tragedy. So let's get away from the tragic stuff. Which one is it? P5 I have it listed as. Here we go. 3 ladies right here. 3 lovely ladies. You see them right there? They were just shopping. Got their little mask on their face. They, making sure they're not going to get the ouchie over there. They're being safe in grocery shopping. But were they? Were they? Huh?
They look like responsible Americans.
They are.
Very low.
I think they like to party. I think that's some party girl. Right there. Anyway, this is from my great state of Louisiana in the Prairieville area. Sheriff deputies are looking for a group of women who stole some stuff from a local Walmart in Ascension Parish. The sheriff's office said Tuesday that the thefts happened across 2 days from October 24th and 25th. Surveillance images show at least what appeared to be 3 female suspects inside the Prairieville store. They stole $1,300 worth of merchandise.
Damn.
And they left in a silver 4-door Acura sedan.
4 more whores.
4 doors more whore. Do we want to know what they stole? I know.
Tampon.
No, they did not steal $1,300 worth of tampon. That would be
things. It's only like 6 boxes.
That'd be a bloody situation. They stole $1,300 worth of alcohol. That's why I said I think they some party girls. That's a lot of alcohol.
But at least cracked the bottle and started drinking while the cops were chasing me.
That was an alcohol. That's a lot of alcohol. Now, I'm wondering if they're tied to some other robberies. I say robbery, some shoplifting. It's all robbery. They had a Cuban crossing area. They had 3 or 4 female stole like $2,000 worth of clothes out of a store and stuff. I'm just wondering if these are they got a little criminal shoplifting ring going on. They needed some alcohol while they tried on all their new clothes.
See, but I was surprised this shit didn't start earlier. I had said that since the fact that they started making people wear masks instead of banks and liquor stores.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this is just asking for the criminal element to conceal themselves.
Yeah, well, because you can
had a mask on now, you're normal.
Yeah, you walk in with a mask on, nobody thinks nothing of it. Before you walked in with a mask on, people were like freaking out.
Right. They think you're going to get robbed. They used to be a running joke inside of my office. If somebody comes running through the door wearing a mask, shoot them because it means they're coming in to rob me. Now you're like,
don't do that.
Okay. Yeah, you can't do that.
They come in without a mask, you got to shoot them.
Oh, Fauci says no.
Lord Fauci has spoken.
This next story is fucking sickening.
He is science. We're going to talk about that on the other podcast. I'm not going to get political on this one. So y'all going to have to check out the other one. We will be live Friday night. Go like it on Facebook. I'm going to try to get it live on YouTube. Not guaranteed, but we will be live on Facebook. So go subscribe and follow Liberty, Freedom, Whiskey Podcast on Facebook, and you can see us live on there. That is our political one. Yes, this next story. Is it the same one you're talking about? It's just a fucked up story. Let me take these. Anyway, there's some party girls right there. They some drunk motherfuckers.
Hell yeah. Well, they knew I was coming to town. That's what it was. I knew I was going to need all that.
Yeah. This next story here is with the GoFundMe page.
This guy's a piece of shit. And okay, hang on a minute.
I want to know who did it.
First off, this guy is a serial piece of shit that I would love to just go one-on-one with. But I think that the people doing this are almost worse, like 10 times worse than he is. GoFundMe removes page raising $5 million in bail money for the Waukesha Parade massacre suspect.
No, they were trying to raise it. They didn't raise any. They were trying to raise it.
They don't say the dollar amount they raised yet, but the fact that the people actually were trying to raise money to bail this bastard out of jail. I mean, they shouldn't even have a trial. He's guilty. They pulled him out of the car.
This is the guy that ran over all them people at that parade.
Right, all the little old ladies and the kids and stuff.
Daryl Brooks.
Yeah. A GoFundMe page raising money for the $5 million bail to get Waukesha, Wisconsin Christmas parade massacre suspect Daryl Brooks released from jail has been taken down. Well, thank God. The page set up by someone using the name James Norton was removed before any funds were raised because it violated GoFundMe terms of services, a GoFundMe spokesperson told the New York Post. Okay, so it was taken down before anybody could, but who knows how long it was up. The person who created the page was banned from using GoFundMe platform for any future fundraising. The representative added, Brooks, the suspect driver of the red SUV that plowed into the parade on Sunday, killing 6 people and injuring dozens more, is a 39-year-old who was taken into custody and charged with 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. If convicted for all counts, Brooks could spend the rest of his life in prison. That son of a bitch is going to die. He's going to die behind bars. That's the easiest way to put it. And if he doesn't, I'm hoping that one of the little kid's parents treat him. Yeah.
Something. I just thought it was fucked up that they got somebody out there. And
they want to bail the fucker out.
They want to get this piece of shit out of fucking jail so he can tell his truth. I can tell you his truth. He's a fucking piece of shit that shouldn't have been out of jail in the first goddamn place.
Right.
So, anyway, if y'all didn't know about it, yeah, some people out there were trying to help raise money to get him out. At least the GoFundMe people caught it soon enough before they allowed, which I'm surprised. Because I think they woke too.
They are. They're the ones that took down Kyle's bail.
Yeah, that's true. All right, this next one. This is another local one. Let me see. Got a picture for this one too. Nope, wrong one. Wrong picture. There we go, right there. If you're watching live, you can see that this is a judge. I know I got the story. Looked at it. Anyway, this is a judge. She's a new judge. If I can't find the story. And this guy here is a habitual offender of the law. The law. I am the law. I'll pull it up over here. And it's just kind of messed up because she has took his bail stuff, took what you want to call it? What's that word I'm looking for? Restrictions, like a lot of restrictions they took off of his bail. Like I said, so he could get out of jail. And I think he's back in jail yet again. And I put the picture up, and I had done this story a while back, I think. I say I did. Anyway, this judge, she's a new judge, and she let him out, and I think they asked her for a response. Here it is. Accused murderer. Once it pulls up. Anyway, it's from WBRZ Channel 2. Accused murderer couldn't afford bond supervision, and the new judge removes the restrictions of his bond supervision. That's the judge. That's the alleged criminal. This is in Baton Rouge. A brand new judge who prided herself on giving suspects a second chance in her online campaign videos last year unleashed an accused murderer without any monitoring requirements in July. The WBRZ investigative unit uncovered. It wasn't a problem for Judge Ebony Johnson Rose until suspect Billy Petiche held a gun to his girlfriend's head and tried to choke her on November 11, 2021. Investigators said he took things a step farther on Saturday and shot out the windows of her car as two children were inside of it. Bad guy there is back in custody and is now being held without bond. I guess until this judge gets hold to him, and then she'll just let his ass back out again. The investigative unit began looking into the situation after learning about this guy. He had somehow managed to avoid any sort of supervision or ankle monitoring before Saturday's arrest while awaiting a murder trial. Court records show that he posted $175,000 bond after he was charged in the murder of his then girlfriend, DeDawn Bush, in 2018. In July, emails obtained by the WBRZ investigative unit show that the bad guy could not afford his bond supervision, so Judge Rose relieved him of his monitor and supervision requirements. Chief Investigator Chris Nakamoto reached out to the judge about what she did, but did not get a return phone call. For years, the investigative unit has been documenting problematic situations where offenders are out on multiple bonds or low bonds and continue to reoffend.
Yeah, judges like her need to be used. It should be held against them.
Well, can't hear you really low.
It should be held against them when they have reoffending things like that. It should be.
Well, to me,
just let them keep doing it.
She's the one that released him without any monitoring or supervision when he was in there accused of murdering one woman already. So he goes out and attempts to murder another one, and with children in the car, choking people, shooting at them, and everything else. Well, to me, she should be able to be held liable, at least civilly.
Yeah.
By whatever family was it. They should be able. They want to turn around and sue us cops all the time when we fuck up, or when we don't fuck up. They want to sue the shit out of us. When are they going to start holding these judges and DAs and all that shit accountable for when they fuck up? And she prided herself, I'm letting people out of jail. Yeah, well, look what happens when you let dirtbag motherfuckers out of jail. You almost got some innocent people killed.
A lot of them. All the time. They want to eliminate cash bail, but never mind. That's the other podcast.
Well, yeah, they are in some places. And look how that's working out for them. Portland, New York, Chicago.
And it does come back to law
California,
enforcement.
San Francisco.
Like we're in. You have to imagine the amount of fury that would pump into an officer. You go out to a call, you arrest a suspect that's an asshole, a bad dude. He's going to kill somebody. We do our job and get them off the street.
And they're out before you finish your paperwork.
Yep. And literally, by the time you get back to the area you're patrolling, that son of a bitch has already been back there for 30, 45 minutes while you were writing a report. So it would be infuriating. And now imagine that happens all day long. Why arrest them? Yep. Why? Why get out of your car and risk your life?
But anyway, I think she should be held to some kind of accountability because
she should. He should have to go live with her.
Yeah, she should have to monitor him in her house while she supervises him. Anyway, I think that's what happens when you put these fucking woke motherfuckers. She got voted in. The people voted her in, so it's not an assigned position. She got elected. You keep electing people like that, that's what's going to happen. So when
Omar,
when one of your family members get killed and you're on TV boo-hooing and hollering and screaming about it, I don't want to hear about it because you don't want to elect the motherfuckers like that and put them in office. Piece of shit. Just because you go to college and get a law degree don't make you smart. In this case, it's a perfect example of it right there. Right there. That's her. Right there. That's her fault. That's her fault that the woman got choked and them kids got shot at and everything else. That's that lady right there. He did it, but she allowed it to happen. Wouldn't have been able to happen if she wouldn't have fucking did what she did. So she's culpable too. Anyway, that one pissed me off a little bit.
Yep.
Anyway, we're getting close to the end because we're at an hour. This last one right here, I'm gonna do it really quick. Second to last one, because the last one's really funny. This last one's out of Kansas. Kansas PD saves a canine from being euthanized. Spring Hill Police Department's newest member, a 2-year-old Malinois Shepherd mix from Poland, is getting a second chance at life. Loki, a dog, made his way from Poland to a kennel in Pennsylvania. Anyway, the dog was going to be put down for some reason because he had an undeveloped kidney. The kennel told the department that they would replace Loki with another dog, but that if they sent Loki back, he would be put down. That's when Spring Hill stepped in. According to news release from the city, which details Loki's journey, the police department already needed a new canine, so they took in Loki. By all accounts, Loki is a highly driven canine that will fit in well with Spring Hill's needs, the release said. So anyway, the dog had health issues probably from birth, and these dogs are extremely expensive. I think it's been $8,000-$10,000 on one of these canines, and I guess they bought it from whatever company it was in Poland, and they said send it back. They were just gonna put him down because he's not worth anything to them. They said, oh no, you're not killing Loki. Loki's a good boy, and there's a picture of him on here. I didn't put it up, but his little tongue's hanging out, and he's happy, and they are gonna use him and let him have a good life.
Out of all the ugly people you put up here tonight, we didn't get to see the flukester. Oh, that's a good boy.
There he is right there.
Cute.
So that's Loki. He's a good boy, and he did not get killed. So kudos to Kansas, Spring Hill, Kansas Police Department. You get you get that because good for y'all. Now let him go bite that judge. So,
Right.
Now the last one here, guess I'd let you read more, but your mics don't sound good tonight. There.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
No, we're gonna have to work on it. I guess I didn't send you this one either. I guess I didn't. Let me go back and look. This one here, I mean, we don't have to do it, but it's such a good story.
That was the last story you sent me anyway.
Yeah, I think I just dropped some on there. You know how I get. I get all crazy and stuff. I'm old and I forget stuff. This one I had got back a while back. It was like earlier in the week I found the story because I'm looking, during the whole week I'm constantly reading and going over shit and forget some. I mean, I got stories on here from ex-cop just got like 20 years for being a pedophile and stuff like that. And I think he ended up having sex with his dog or something too. I don't understand people like that. It's nasty. He's he's nasty. He's a nasty, nasty person. Anyways, I put this one in the title, so I have to read about it. And it's Love in the Big House. And no, it wasn't the love in the backseat of the cop car. But this one is Love in the Big House. And it involves this lady right here. If you're watching, see her? This lady right here. This is where's this out of? Oh, I think this is in Florida. Go figure. Florida man strikes again. Florida lady strikes again. Anyway, Chrissy Shorter, that's her right there, wants to get married. On Monday, she believes she finally will. But she won't be able to kiss her fiance as he becomes her husband. My heart breaks. My heart's breaking. Do you see it breaking? No, you don't.
Yeah.
It's breaking. She won't be able to kiss her husband as he becomes, and she won't see him in a suit and tie. Shorter will only be able to hear his voice along with the occasional automated message. This call is from a federal prison. She's marrying this guy right here. I'm sure this isn't from in the prison. This had to be pre-incarceration. He looks like an old GQ model or something like that. I mean, he's a good-looking fella. That's probably why she wants to marry him, because me personally, she's not very pretty, but, I mean, he looks like he's way out of her league.
Yes.
Would you don't agree that he looks way out of her league?
Bet. He looks like a model, and she looks
not like a model.
Like a model of a bus.
Shorter, 43, has tried to wed O'Neill Arnold, 45, for 7 months now. Arnold is incarcerated at Coleman Federal Correctional Institute, a low-security prison in Somerville, about 50 miles west of Orlando. Shorter is a former federal inmate herself.
Coleman's only like 30 minutes.
You can just take that. She looks like a before picture, Aaron said.
And it's
that's the nail.
Not picking you.
Oh. she said her criminal record, reputation within the prison system, and identity as a transgender woman have been led to the prison warden. So that's a man.
This story just keeps getting better.
Yeah, this shit. You can't make this shit up. So him or whatever. Well, at least she looked. I mean, I thought it was a woman. Had me fooled. Just thought it wasn't a very attractive woman.
Like Michelle.
Kathy Lang has led the prison warden, Kathy Lang, to deny her marriage request and revoke her visitation privileges. As a last-ditch effort to marry, I mean, because I don't believe, because if you're a convicted felon, you can't be in prison visiting other convicted felons. That's probably why. I don't think it has anything to do with you being a tranny or anything like that. I think that has something to do with it. In the last-ditch effort to marry, Shorter and Arnold will hold their wedding ceremony over the phone. They could have called the Iceman. I could have done their service. I could have married them. No, I wouldn't have done it. In April, Shorter mailed her formal request to marry Arnold from her hometown of Quincy nearly 1 month after submitting her request on May 18th. She said she received a phone call from the institution's unit manager, or Jimenez. He told her Lang had denied her marriage request. Arnold confirmed he was also verbally informed of the denied request in an interview from prison. What he doesn't yet know is why it was denied or what he and Shorter should have done differently. Staying out of prison might have helped. Okay,
Yeah.
staying out of prison might have helped. The unit manager told me that he is not trying to stop us from getting married. It's on the warden, Arnold said. He also said that the warden is about to retire, and maybe the next warden that comes in will be more lenient toward us getting married. The Bureau of Prisons declined to discuss the situation through its press office in Washington. Neither Lang nor Jimenez responded to a reporter's phone calls and emails to the prison. Last month, acting as her own attorney, Shorter sued in federal court and asked the judge to compel the warden to approve her marriage. The case is moving slowly. Shorter wrote in court papers that she would suffer irreparable harm if she were not allowed to marry before November 8th. Why would you suffer irreparable harm if you're not allowed to get married by a certain time? Taxes. She's trying to get her taxes done.
That.
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, what's...
Worded? I don't know.
When her state marriage application expires, we'll go get another one. It's not hard to do. I mean, and she said the warden's denial violated her constitutional rights. Under federal prison rules, a warden can deny an inmate's request for a wedding, but is required to tell the inmate why and explain the decision can be appealed administratively. To marry, an inmate must be legally eligible and mentally competent. The prospective spouse must submit in writing an intention to marry the inmate. The standard for approval requires that the marriage pose no threat to institution security or good order or the protection of the public. It goes on way too long for this, but anyway, I wish she'd tell us what she was in jail for. She finished her 8-year sentence. It was released on February 14th, 2019, 1 week after Arnold transferred from a federal prison in Miami to Coleman. Shorter now the face of her mother's credit repair business, Credit Masters of Quincy, Florida, LLC, where she works as a financial consultant.
Dear God.
Despite Shorter gaining her freedom and Arnold changing prison, Shorter said they have an equally difficult time seeing each other. An inmate marriage ceremony would usually entail a brief in-person visit, blah, blah, blah. If the person on the outside is a former federal inmate, it has been my experience in 32 years of working in corrections that it is more likely than not that the government is going to deny the visit and tie the denial to the security of the facility. It's because whatever it is now.
Michelle Obama.
But it does look a little like Michelle Obama, doesn't it? Anyway. That's why I told you it was because she was an inmate before. It's why they denied. Anyway, she decided to marry Arnold over the phone out of necessity. His release date is set for September 27th, 2027. And I guarantee you on October 1st of 2027, he will divorce him, and go look for a real woman. Because right now, I can guarantee you Mr. GQ is only marrying Mr. Her because him is going to put money in his account and Zuzu's and stuff like that, and he don't have to have. I'm just saying it's he's a prisoner. He's looking for somebody to give him money and shit like that. And since he gets out, he ain't got nothing to do with our divorce city.
They should make a TV show out of that.
What? Married? No.
You know, they got the 90-Day Fiance bullshit.
Yeah.
Do the same thing, marrying an inmate.
Marryinginmate.com. Don't they have
No.
datainmate.com or some shit like that? What the hell's that damn noise again? Anyway, she was disappointed that her husband would not be able to see her in her beautiful white wedding gown. The white wedding gown.
Never mind.
They have only been able to exchange photo. I mean, she can't even send them like coochie shots. I mean, she said they send each other's dick pics or something. Hey, baby. Man, hey, Bob, come over here. You want to see my wife's dick? Sorry.
Excuses, Bob.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Well, that's a nice dick.
Look at how small them balls are.
Oh, Shorter's appearance continues to change. She is feminizing her figure as she is farther into her transition, inching closer. I'm sorry. The whole inching thing. Oh, I just had this whole, never mind. Inching closer to fully affirming the woman she said she has always been. Yeah, they said they went to high school together. They probably played on the same football team. Maybe she was the center back then. It's like, oh, God. That's horrible. We should have done this fucking story first. They could have got fucking my nose itches. I don't spill her. They could have got the Patience as a bridesmaid. Oh, Jesus. That anyway, Love in the Big House right there. Like I said, if you're watching live, you can look at him. Like I said, not a bad looking guy at all. What is it? What's this GQ guy can be gay? He may be gay. I don't know, but he don't look. He don't.
That long, I promise you, he's a little bit gay.
He don't look gay to me. But I mean,
I'm
sorry. I'm going with. He's using this person.
It's a safe bet.
For financial means for himself while he's in prison, and I can guarantee I'd put money on it that when he gets out of prison, he'll file for divorce or whatever and not be with her or him or whatever, this person. And unfortunately, and I'm being serious here now too. I'm not even joking. Being serious that she is going to have her heart broken in 7 years. Or how many years he's got left, 4, 5, 6 years, whatever. And she's going to have her heart broken when he does get out, thinking they're going to live this long, happy life and be loving. He's not going to have nothing to do with it. Especially if he looks anything like that, he's going to go out and find him.
It's
mate. And unfortunately, this person's going to get there feeling severely hurt, and hopefully they can get over it.
A lot to stick up.
A lot of money will be spent and all that stuff like that. Because if she's working for her mom's business as a financial consultant person, I mean, she might be making pretty decent money. She has a job at least. I mean, I see Roberts here and said that he thinks that she is extremely sexy and that if he wasn't married to his wife, that he would steal her away from this convict and definitely be the love of her life.
Well, at least it can't get pregnant.
Even before the reassignment surgery, they could inch closer together. Just inches. Just inches.
Just
I don't know. But anyway, I thought that story was hilarious right there. I thought it was the best story of the night so far. Anyway, I think this person here is going to have their feelings, I believe, hurt really, really bad in the end, and that is the sad part of it. Being serious, I'm not even joking about that. That's bad. So anyway, that's all of it for tonight. I will say this: when I don't have a guest on, sometimes I haven't been doing it. So, like I said, haven't had a guest. If I have a few stories, I'll still come do it. I'll just maybe come up with some old stories or something like that, and I'll just find some stupid stories to talk about or something. I'll put something out. So, what's that?
We love stories.
I love stories. I like it when people. I got some of my people from Canada. I did get the stories you sent in. It was just late when I had them and I didn't get a chance. So I appreciate it. We'll probably be putting them on a future episode. If you have your own stories you'd like me to read, like we did the other week, which was thoroughly enjoyable, please write them into me, and we will read them and add to them to make them your stories better. Because I like making your stories better. Not saying your stories ain't good, but
when you handcuff somebody and make her get on her knees,
yes,
it brings back so much highlight.
So anyway, like and subscribe, hit the bells. If you want to be a guest, send me an email. Send me some stories. If not, I will. I could tell some from the criminal perspective. If you want, sure. If you want to write in stuff that would not, I won't use your name and we won't say who it was breaking the law. We will read from the criminal aspect of it. Give it a shot anyway. So until come Friday night, Liberty Freedom Whiskey Podcast. Check us out on Facebook. I'm going to try to get it live on YouTube also. No guarantees. Go like it on Facebook so you can know when we go live on that. So until, I guess, Friday night, if y'all want to talk to us on the other podcast, or if not, probably Sunday. Watch your back, watch your partner's back, and remember to smile, because the Iceman could always be behind you. I don't have no end of music no more. We got copyrighted. Peace out.
Have a great night, everybody.
Got to stop streaming now. Hold on.